day. I'm Cody Ann Barrett and welcome to Frontline Business. Opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips has chided the government for its bad decision in abandoning the bauxite levy amounting to billions of dollars. Dr. Phillips was making his presentation for the first time as opposition leader. More in this report.
Dr. Phillips told the House that the government has imposed a tax burden on those who can't afford it while giving tax breaks to those who do not need it. The opposition leader told the House that according to the companies, the government has given a commitment to remove the bauxite levy in the medium term.
We fully accept that in times of crisis, such as Jamaica faced in 2008 and 2009, there can be a basis for an emergency suspension of the bauxite levy or a renegotiation of some of the rates. However, no one can claim that such a crisis exists in the international aluminium markets now. Prices are on a global high, with one of the companies that operates in Jamaica reporting that their profits, not their Jamaican profits, their profits are up 900%. And yet the government is planning to give them another 5 years without the levy.
The opposition leader said it was a bad decision with bad consequences for the people of Jamaica.
What kind of government is that? You know, sometimes, Mr. Speaker, it looks like macaroni running the government. How can a government which gave up over $4 billion in revenues in the past 2 years to the bauxite companies, $4 billion, now claim that they would need to impose new taxes in order to pay increases for teachers? What kind of madness is that? Tax the poor, refuse to pay the teachers struggling, and give up $4 billion to bauxite multinationals earning 900% profits. Bad decisions, Mr. Speaker, have bad consequences for the people of Jamaica.
Kimberly Wright, Frontline Business.
Digicel announced on Thursday that CEO Vanessa Slowey for the Caribbean and Central America has decided to leave the business. Ms. Slowey has been with a telecommunications company for 15 years in the Caribbean, where she held a variety of leadership roles, and then as CEO of Digicel in Asia Pacific. There, she was responsible for setting up and driving the phenomenal growth of the Digicel brand in 6 markets in the region. Ms. Slowey returned to the Caribbean to head up the Caribbean and Central America business in August 2016. Petrojam, the National Housing Trust, National Water Commission, and Port Authority of Jamaica are the public bodies expected to account for 80% of the planned capital expenditure for 2018-2019, which is projected at $68.37 billion, up from $51.5 billion in 2017-2018. The NHT accounts for the highest ratio of expenditure of $33.5 billion, with which it aims to complete 4,734 housing solutions during the upcoming fiscal year. According to the fiscal policy paper, the NHT projects to spend $31.6 billion in this regard, which should account for 94% of the agency's total capital expenditure. Petrojam, which accounts for the second highest ratio of $7.9 billion, plans to undertake activities aimed at enhancing the state oil refinery while boosting marketability and containing costs. In Thursday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 4,006 points to close at 299,232. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 52 stocks, of which 15 advanced. 28 declined, and 9 traded firm. The junior market index declined by 5 points to close at 2,893. Among the winners were Caribbean Cement, Elite Diagnostics, Grace Kennedy, Honey Bun, and Jamaica Broilers. Stocks declined for 138 Student Living, 1834 Investments, Barita Investments, Berger Paints, and Blue Power Group. Stocks traded firm for AMG Packaging and Paper, CAC 2000, Siboney Group, Diamond Trading, and Jamaica Money Market Brokers. Wisynco Group Limited was the volume leader with over 9 million units, followed by Supreme Ventures Limited with over 1 million units, and NCB Financial Group with 893,212 units. On the foreign exchange market, $128.67 is the average selling rate for the American currency. It's costing $98.30 for the Canadian dollar, while the pound sterling is trading at $175.08 and the euro for $157.13. News in oil. Oil prices edged higher in choppy trade on Thursday, supported by a pickup in equity markets, but pressured by expectations that crude supply will exceed demand later this year. West Texas Intermediate crude futures rose 36 cents to $61.32 a barrel. Brent crude futures for May delivery gained 30 cents to $65.19 a barrel. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Cody Ann Barrett. Regional stories are next after the break.